Hi, it's Tilty Carlson here. Warner Brothers has been going back and giving us some back catalog releases of more recent titles that didn't get a 4K release the first time around. And today, we're actually be looking at one of those. This is Vacation from 2015, this being the fifth theatrically released installment in the Vacation franchise. And I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Close up there of Rusty and his Griswold clan. Back cover. One thing I'm not crazy about is the barcode here actually covers up some of the images, so it's clear for some of these made-on-demand releases Warner might have rushed the packaging a bit. Also, why are the pictures so small and the credits are so huge? Who knows? Inside the package we have our 4K Ultra High Def disc. Now, unfortunately, this does not include a Blu-ray copy, which seems to be the norm for Warner these days, so any images you see in this review were taken from Google searches and IMDb. They are not screen caps, and they do not represent the quality of this 4K disc. The next generation of Griswolds is on the road again for another hilarious, ill-fated family adventure. Following in his father's footsteps, a grown-up Rusty Griswold surprises his wife, Debbie, and their two sons with a cross-country road trip back to America's favorite family fun park, Wally World. What could go wrong? Well, to answer that last question, unfortunately, a lot. There had been many vacation films, obviously, this being the fifth in the franchise, and it comes nearly 20 years after the most recent one had come out. I appreciate the fact that the filmmakers tried to take this series back to its R-rated origins, but unfortunately, making a film raunchier and throwing in more profanity doesn't give it a heart or make it a good film. This movie is a disaster on so many levels. It's very mean-spirited. I mean, Rusty's sons, one of them literally just uses profanity throughout the entire movie, and that's pretty much his whole character. This whole thing about kids cursing being funny, that was old hat even long before this movie came out. And Ed Helms portrays the adult Rusty Griswold, but the problem is he's just not the right actor for this part. Ed Helms is a great comic actor, and I like the guy in almost everything, but it seems almost more like the filmmakers wrote this film with Clark in mind, so it's like they wrote Rusty's parts more with Clark in mind, and it's completely inconsistent with earlier performances of the character. I mean, Clark Griswold was always the well-meaning buffoon who had some outbursts, who wanted what was best for his family, whereas Rusty, you always got the impression, was, you know, one of the cool kids, or at least wanted to be one of the cool kids, get out there and do his thing. I mean, in Vegas Vacation, Rusty got a fake ID and became a high roller at the slots and the tables. This is not the same character who did that. This is basically an alternate universe version of Clark, and even more confusingly, Clark and Ellen actually do show up near the end of the film in a cameo of sorts, so I just don't know what they were really thinking when they wrote this movie. Now, to be fair, there are a few laugh-worthy moments throughout this movie. Probably the biggest laughs in the movie come from a Texan newscaster portrayed by Chris Hemsworth of Thor fame, who is now Audrey Griswold's husband. He almost seems like if this series had continued on, he could have been the new Cousin Eddie of the franchise. He gets the best moments, but unfortunately is pretty much relegated to supporting status. But overall, I have to say, I am disappointed with this installment of the Vacation franchise. Definitely one I'd file under try before you buy. That said, however, this 4K disc from Warner Brothers actually does look very good. I mean, we see a lot of interesting sights throughout the day and the night across the United States of America. And with Dolby Vision, these become very vibrant, and they certainly pop off the screen. It is a good-looking disc. I'll certainly take nothing away from that. For bonus features, we get the same assortment that was on the earlier released Blu-ray disc, including a gag reel, some EPK-type stuff, some deleted scenes, and there's also a brief featurette on filming the movie in Georgia, which is actually not mentioned on the package, oddly enough. So, again, your mileage on this one is really going to vary. I would definitely try before you buy, because this one was a big disappointment to me. I mainly bought this just to complete my Vacation series, although we're still waiting on European and Vegas to come out on 4K, so hopefully we'll get those one day. So again, whether I recommend this or not depends on who you are. I would watch the film first before you consider buying. How about you? What did you think of the fifth Vacation film? Did you think this was the worst movie in the franchise? Did you think it was maybe an underrated future classic? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content, because I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Tilty Carlson. I'll see you next time.